Hi everyone, welcome. Our body craves movement. And when we give the body that movement, the body feels better, the energy starts to flow, and you feel happier. And our January program is all about that. It's the 30-minute Feel Good Yoga Challenge. So we give you 30 classes every day, around 30 minutes, that are really built solely to make you feel good. And I hope you'll join us. If you stick around now, the first class of the program comes after this intro. And if you want to join us, head over to the website, link below, and you can have 30 days of feeling good classes. I hope to see you there. Happy New Year for those of you that celebrate New Year, and 1st of January is the New Year. I hope you're having a great start and that you had a lovely ending. And if not, that too is okay. It doesn't, you've got your whole year to change that and to find that joy back if that wasn't there for you. So we're going to start gentle enough. We're getting into the whole body. We'll do some strength and stability work because I always find when my body feels strong and stable, that sort of translates to my mind, and also joy is easier and more grounded to feel after. So for me, that's very joyful, both in body and mind, to be stable. And when we feel good within, then the outside world completely also, we perceive it completely different. So this class is good for you when you started a new year joyful and when you started a new year not so joyful, because we'll just change how we feel inside. And again, that reflects back to us from the outside. All right. You're going to need a bolster for this practice. If you don't have a bolster, like a sturdy pillow, we're going to put it under our hips, not too high. For me personally, works better. And if you have a belt, that too is helpful. So we're going to lie down to begin with. And just take a moment as you lie down on your back with your knees bent and your feet standing on the floor. You can place your hands somewhere on your belly perhaps, or on your belly and your heart. And just take a moment here to arrive. And let's open the eyes for just a brief moment and really use sight seeing to allow yourself to come into the body. You can do that while seated and you can do that while lying. So just look around you for a moment. Feel the floor consciously. And then you may briefly close your eyes. And it feels a bit different when you do that very consciously, knowing where you are. And you've just also reassured your nervous system. Give the weight to the earth. Feel the earth supporting you. And as you feel that support and that solidity and stability underneath the body, you can take a deep breath in. And a releasing breath out. And we can take 2 more breaths that way. You can exhale out through the mouth if you like. Okay. Then you can take your arms out and gently move your knees from side to side. And we do that quite active. We're just moving the knees. We don't have to do that on the breath, just moving the knees from side to side, noticing what that feels like in the body. You might move your head a little the other direction than the knees are going. And then bring the knees back up. And we're going to bring the bolster underneath the hips. So the sacrum is on a bolster or a meditation cushion or a few pillows. Make sure it's sturdy so that the hips are even. If you have a belt, have it close by, and then you can begin to take your right knee into your chest. And you may have to move your bolster a little further up or down. Just make sure your sacrum is really supported. And then you can take that knee out, so we abduct the leg, and bring it into a half happy baby shape. So you can hold on to your leg, you can hold it onto it with your hand, and perhaps a belt is a good idea. So really, that's up to you. You can also hold on to the knee or leg. And then flex your left foot and extend that left leg out so that we are beginning to feel a stretch along the front of the left thigh. And you can inhale and take your left arm up and over so that whole left side of the body is long. And take a few breaths here. Keep extending out through that left heel so that left leg stays a little active. And even the right leg is a little active because you're really holding on to it. And you can gently activate both legs, but nothing too strong, about 20%. So we're not completely floppy here. And take 1 or 2 deeper breaths, really opening the left side of the body. Opening the left lung. One more deep breath. And gently letting go of your right leg, bending the left leg and having both legs again on the floor. Good. And then you can take in your left knee. And again, you can keep adjusting where the bolster is, where your hips are. And then abduct the left leg, so you take it out. And then you can either stay here or you can hold onto your foot for happy baby in any way or use your belt for that. Extend your right foot, flex it, and press the right heel away so that you are feeling that stretch along the front of the right hip. And then inhaling, you can take your right arm up and over. And take a few breaths here. And again, there is some engagement going in the legs, so we're not floppy. Enjoy the sensations that you may feel. You can always back off, of course, and not completely straighten the right leg. One more deeper and fuller breath. And then you can draw your right foot back in, let go of your left one, and stand both feet back on the floor. And then you can bring both knees in, so make sure you don't fall off the support underneath. And we're going to take a squat shape on the back, so you can bring your feet up so that you imagine standing on the ceiling, and then you can bring your outer arms into the legs and the legs into the outer arms, and we're going to press gently for about a couple of seconds, 5 or so. So gently press, feel how this works in the hips, pressing the inner legs into the outer arms, and we stay for 5. Keep breathing gently. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. And then releasing both feet one at a time to the floor. And you can begin to press into your feet and begin to take whatever you've got under your hips away. And just take a moment here, lying on the back. And then you draw your knees, both knees in your chest, and you curl up into a little ball. Curling up into a little ball. And if it feels good, we can begin to rock a little here. And if it doesn't feel good, you don't rock. So you can just rock back and forth over the spine, rolling. And we can roll to seated with crossed legs. And then you can place your hands in front of you and maybe shimmy through the spine a little bit, just loosening out the spine. You can come onto fingertips with the hands, spider fingers, just moving your body a little from left to right and right to left. And maybe even dropping one shoulder and looking over the other shoulder, and so on. Okay. And then take your arms out wide. You can stay seated and just take a gentle twist to the right. Inhale. Reach through the hands. And exhale, come back to center. And inhale, gently twist to the left. Arms just keeping out to the side. You just take the arms with you. Inhale, reach long through the arms. And back to center. Okay, if you want, you can face me. It's easier to see. And then you can bring your feet in front of you. You place your hands behind you. And you're just going to move again the knees from side to side. And also feel this movement in the spine. So we are moving in the hips, but we're also feeling that movement in the spine. So you can, wherever the knees go, you kind of turn the other way some with the upper body. Nothing too much. So keep the stimulation to a minimum in the body, just a little stimulation we're looking for. Definitely no pain. And then you can do the same, sitting straight up, if you wish, without hands. So you can hold your, sort of fold the fingers together, and you can keep doing this with the hands to support you. So it's really up to you. So follow whatever your body needs to do, okay? This is not about what I'm doing. And it also is perfectly fine to do it with your hands here for support. So it's just seeing what you can do, and it needs to feel good in your whole body. You can also begin to lift the legs a little up like that and shift them from side to side. So we're really also beginning to use and engage our core muscles to do this. And now, as the legs, for example, go to the left, your hands can go to the right, and we do a little push-up. Down and up. And we can do 3. So it's gentle weight on the arms. And come up and go to the other side, and we do 3 push-ups here. So we pulse up and down. And we go once more to the right with the hands, and we do 1, and to the left. And just play with what breathing feels easy. For me, I'm kind of enjoying exhaling as I come down and inhaling, switching to the other side. Exhaling, coming down in my push-up, and inhaling, pressing back up and switch to the other side. 1 more, to the left. And then stay here on the left. Extend the right leg out now, the back leg, and we can press into the left hand and begin to press into the left lower leg and right foot and lift up into a side plank. Here we go. Take 1 big circle with the right arm and 1 circle back. And I want you to really be stable in the legs now. So press through that left foot, press through that right foot, and kind of draw those legs a little in towards each other. Nice. And really feel stable in the left arm, shoulder blade on the back. Okay, and we sit back down, and then we switch to the other side 1 more time. Place the right hand down, and then extend that left leg, inhaling, pressing into your right lower leg, the right foot, the left foot, and taking your arm up for that side plank, and again stable. Press down, pull in, and make circle with the left arm. The lower body super stable, the right shoulder blade stable on the back. Circle the other direction. And sit it back down. 1 more time, deer leg to the left. Then grab your belt or scarf, and if you don't have that, it's really worthwhile getting one. And place your left hand on the left of your legs, and place your hand holding on to the belt. As you're inhaling, you hold the belt with your left hand close to your right hand close to your left hand, and you can begin to inhale and lift up the belt and open the side body up. So you're turning a little to the right, and this is quite delicious. And don't overdo it, but just kind of play with it, feeling and finding that opening. You can also play with placing your left hand further away or closer to you. 1 more time. Nice. And then change deer leg to the other side, and then you place your right hand on the belt, and we're going to gently inhale and lift the left arm up. So really to just to open the left side. And again, you can play with where you put that arm closer to the body, further away with the body. You can give yourself less space with the belt or more space with the belt, and really opening yourself up to that left side. And it's really quite delicious. Okay, wonderful. And then we can come back and we stand up. So while we stand, we take the belt with us or the scarf, and we can hold it just about shoulder width. Inhale, take your arms up. And then exhale, bend your knees and come forward with the belt down. And this is not difficult, you just have to listen. You leave your left hand where it is and you keep the belt tight and you bring the right arm across to the front of the left arm and then across to the left, and then you pull yourself up with the right hand and you keep lots of engagement in your core, you keep some engagement in the legs and you bend your knees nicely. And you come down again, left hand to the left leg, right arm goes across it, right arm pulls you up and brings you down along the right side. And then the left arm comes down to the left and again across. One more time that side. And it's quite delicious. And then we go the other way. So the right hand goes to the right foot, left arm pulls across and pulls you up and down and up. And you might notice a breathing rhythm for yourself, but let it come by itself. Inhaling for me, I'm beginning to lift. Exhaling, coming down. One more time, just because it's delicious. Okay, nice. And you can then bring the belt and put it away. And then we can come to the top of the mat for a little bit of flow to end with. Inhale, take your arms up. And exhale, come into a squat. And remember the squat. You press a little through the feet and you draw the inner thighs together. Inhale, lift the spine out of the hips. And stay here for a moment. Breathing in again. Exhale, fold forward into a forward bend. Inhale, half lift. And then step your right leg away for a lunge. Left knee bent. Knee down. And just move a little forward and backward. So we're just getting into the front of the hips a little more and the back of the legs. And then as you come forward, you can begin to lift the back knee. And we do the same here. Inhale, open the chest. And exhale, move into pyramid more. So you're beginning to straighten the front left. And just a few kind of active movements. And feeling what that feels like in the legs, especially in the back of my right leg, I feel it. And of course, the front leg as well as I fold over it. Okay. And now you can place your right hand down, bring the back knee to the floor, and step your left leg back as your right lower leg points a little towards the side. And then inhale, come into that side plank again that we were in before. This time your left arm goes straight up to the ceiling and you're going to lift the right leg for a moment and bring it down. And again, lift it and then draw it in to yourself for a moment and extend it back out with your arm over the head and exhale, draw back in just for a bit of strength. Inhale, lengthen it back out, bring it down and come to a downward dog. Lovely. Walk away, walk it out, and walk your feet forward. Inhale again, and this time the left leg comes back. Knee down and shift a few times back and forth. Your hands can be on either side of the foot, can be on the inside of the foot. Just really getting into some movement. And then lifting the back knee, doing the same, sort of from a higher lunge, crescent lunge to pyramid. And if that back knee goes to the floor, that's fine. It's just a pyramid, both knees are lifted. Okay. And then coming forward, left hand down. And then you can bring the back knee down and you shift your right leg back. Your left foot turns out a little bit so that you come into that side plank again. Take that arm straight up to begin with, lift the right leg, and then take the right arm over the head and exhale, pull the knee and elbow in, use your whole front body and inhale, extending it out, finding length. Keep going, 3 times. You might feel exhaling, you pull in and inhaling, you extend. And placing the foot down, the hand down, finding your down dog once more. And here now, inhale, begin to step into your right foot and lift your left foot up. So we're doing the left side first, and then you can see me or face me anyway. And then step your right foot through between the hands and bring the back heel to the floor. Place your forearm on the left thigh for a moment and come into warrior two legs. And then you can place your sort of hand on the inside of the leg and press arm and leg against each other. Take your right arm up, side angle pose, and really press the leg into the arm and the arm into the leg. And then you can stay here and come into triangle shape, so maybe straightening the leg. You can place your hand on your side as well and just move a few times between, or you place your hands on the inside to the floor. Just move a few times between the bending and the straightening or towards straight of that leg, and really keeping some engagement between arm and thigh. Okay, and then come up all the way into a warrior two. Inhale, arm up, and exhale, arm down. Okay, let's do that on the other side. Hands back to the floor, step back to a downward dog. And then step into your left foot and inhale, take your right leg up, and I'll turn around so I keep facing you. And step your right foot forward, placing the back heel on the floor. Again, come onto your forearm for a moment, and then place your forearm against that inner thigh. And come down for stability. And take your left arm up and over. So really press. And then you can take your left arm straight up, or in your side, or your right hand on the floor, and begin to move between bending and straightening. So we're kind of half warrior twoing and triangling. So move between. What does that feel like to have that engagement between leg and arm? And then find your warrior two. Shift around a little. Take a moment here. Light underneath the armpits without the shoulders lifting. Light in the joints, space in the ankle joints, in the knee joints. Imagine that space in the hip joints, space in the shoulder joints, space underneath the armpits. Inhale, straighten and turn the feet back to the left. And then really press down through both feet. Pull the feet in without them moving, so that you're activating again your inner thighs. And from here we're taking a gentle triangle. So gently reach long to the left. Left hand lands somewhere on that left leg. You can again apply that pressure in and out. And take the right arm up. So you're pressing your arm a little into the leg and the leg into the arm. And then place your hand on the side, and you might step forward and find a half moon for a moment. And keep imagining that engagement of your arm and your leg, even though your arm isn't there. So that there's lots of stability, taking the right arm up. Maybe even looking up if you are stable. And stepping back to standing. Turn the feet the other side. Gentle triangle at first, so engage the legs, press down, pull in, reach long. Come in your triangle, press your leg into your hand into your leg. And then look down, maybe your hand in your side, bend the front leg and step into your right leg, lifting the left. And again, keep imagining that engagement, taking your left arm up and perhaps looking up. That's always a play with balance. You can also look to the floor. And then gently, lightly stepping back. And we can jump our feet in. Shake it all out. Whew. Taking a moment here, with standing with a hand on the heart and a hand on the belly. And just noticing how we feel. Do you feel different from before the class? Like everything is moving. Lots of parts of the body are strong. And then we can come down one more time. Kind of inhale, taking the arms up. as you face the front of the mat, and then come down into your last squat, pressing the elbows into the knees into the elbows, taking your chest up. And from here, forward bend for just a moment. Heels pressing the floor, pull the heels towards you, knees bent, and just let yourself fold over the legs. Soften. Of course, if you feel like you can be here with straight legs, be my guest. Just make sure it feels good in the low back and in the hips, and that bending from the hips is possible. If not, keep those knees bent. Become soft and gentle. Feel your skin open and delicate. Eyes soft, jaw loose. And inhale, coming back up. And from here, find your final pose of relaxation, which can be, of course, lying on the back with your knees bent, feet on the floor, knees resting against each other. You can use a bolster underneath your knees. You can place something underneath your head. Or, of course, if sitting is your way to relax best, you can do that too. And take a moment to completely give in to that pull of gravity. Hips really, really heavy and relaxed. Jaw as well, fully loose. Face relaxed. Notice your natural breath. And count the in-breath, and let the out-breath now count twice as long. So ratio 1 to 2 if your out-breath, in-breath is to the count of 2, your out-breath is to the count of 4. If the in-breath is to the count of 3, the out-breath is to the count of 6. Just gently feel and match the out-breath double. Just a few cycles. And allowing the breath to find its natural rhythm for you. And I want to invite you to stay longer. Give the body more time to completely relax. I hope you enjoyed this class. When we work on ourselves, and we do with yoga, we sort out our body, we give in to the need for the body to move, we clear our minds. When we do that, we open our energy channels, so we feel different inside when we finish. That's why we keep coming back to yoga. And when we feel different inside, the outside world changes as a result. We perceive the outside world differently from a clear inner world. So I hope this working on your inner world helped and set a nice tone for your day and the beginning of this program. And thank you so much for joining me. And thank you for spending time with me. And I hope to see you soon. Namaste.